Hi, hi, hi. What's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Watched the trailer, the character trailer of PAATAL Lok. It looks amazing. Tell me something more about it.
I mean, it's a lot of hard work. I mean, obviously, everybody puts a lot of hard work into it, but I think the story was so, how do I put it? Like, it was so real. Like, the minute we read it, it was so, like, soul touching. I think all the characters were, making us shiver. And we were
Yeah.
like, wondering, people are actually like, this is happening around us, right? So, yeah, I think it was always very heavy. People were very focused, uh, and there was some serious work going on, right, from the assistant
Yeah.
directors to everybody. सब लोग एकदम फोकस में थे क्योंकि आप सीन्स अगर देखोगे ट्रेलर में भी अगर आपने देखा तो बहुत बहुत ज्यादा बंधे हुए सीन्स हैं.
Yeah.
It's all about one. It's very intimate. So to bring that intimacy on set, I think
Yeah.
everybody was channeled like that. So, and that is why you see something like that. Obviously, Avinash Arun Joseph, the beautiful director, Sudeep
Yeah.
sir, he look at everything. So they all have the right mind. Avinash is himself a DOP also. So,
Yeah.
the way he has. So all of that. Plus, of course, the actors. Like you see Jaideep, you see Neeraj sir, you see Gul ma'am, all of them. Like, you know that they are veterans, they have done their bit
Yeah.
and something push to hone wala.
Okay, that's great. And tell me something about your character, Hathoda Tyagi. Why do they call you that? It's very interesting.
They call me Hathoda Tyagi because Hathoda is my weapon, and I have murdered, killed 45 people.
Yeah.
So I think, in a way, you can also, it's also like a metaphor that, he has hammered people in his life. So, the Hathoda, that is how he gets the name from his own circle, like, his own people. But I think मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा एक metaphor level पे भी काम करता है. Like he's strong as a
Yeah.
hammer, and he has this firm determination and commitment towards something. So that's also very hammer like. So yeah, like he's a strong man, and of course he has weaknesses which we'll see in so show. But predominantly he's a very committed human being,
Yeah.
and that is what I think हथौड़ा is. हथौड़े ने अगर सोच लिया कील को दीवार के अंदर डालनी है तो डालेगा.
True.
You will. So that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay. And as you mentioned, there are veterans, of course, in the show, and there are, including you, amazing actors also. So, tell me something. How was it shooting with them? Is there anything you particularly learned or inculcated from any one of them?
Yes, from Jaideep Bhai, I learned something, and it's actually a very funny story because this is like,
Okay.
imagine me as the young kid on the block, right? I'm
Okay.
this has been only 2 years where I'm like,
Yeah.
on set and I'm
Yeah.
learning things and I'm exploring myself as an actor. And here there are people who have, trained Jaideep. Of course, he's like an FTI graduate and
Yeah.
he's done movies before. And it's only after Razi that people are recognizing his real talent. But he has
Yeah.
been a talented actor for so many years.
Yeah. True.
So there was this one scene where, and I get too much into uh, getting into the zone, and
Mm.
I get too quiet, and I start
Yeah.
thinking about things that the character was feeling, and I wanted to cry. And usually it comes out, but
Yeah.
there was this one particular time I was not able to somehow get my grief in the foreground.
Yeah.
And I was wondering what to do, and suddenly the scene happened, and I looked at Jaideep, and he was all casual and chilling, and he looked at me, and suddenly I looked at him, and he's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Nothing. How did you start crying?" Because he had tears in his
Yeah.
eyes. So I wanted to, from an actor to actor, from a junior actor
Yeah.
to a senior actor, I wanted to ask him कि ये इतनी जल्दी कैसे किया,
Yes, sir.
और
Yeah.
उन्होंने बड़ी ही विनम्रता से और बड़े ही स्वीटली बिना कुछ सोचे उन्होंने बोला कि अरे कुछ नहीं, क्लीन से.
Okay.
That gave me a, a thing where I really understood the technical aspect of acting also, and I've not
Yeah.
forgotten that. Because sometimes what happens is that actors take it on themselves to do a
Yeah.
lot, but there are these support staff, which is basically support properties, which are designed in a way that we can use them in times when we are worried that we
Hmm.
might not achieve.
Yeah.
and then I started using it, and it became much more easier. I could process my mind not about the tears but about the movement.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what happens is that your thought process as an actor, it gets stuck in one particular action. But whereas you need
True.
to be in the movement and think about multiple actions.
Okay.
So I love, yeah, and see, this is what the best part. Like you get that, आपको ना एक भरोसा मिलता है. आपको
Yeah.
you start confidence because when you see such good actors, doing their job, then you learn from them and you start applying in your own job.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Also, the fact that Anushka Sharma is producing it, and she has been, of course, very supportive. She has been sharing everything of the show. Also, I want to know: do you think that it brings sort of more like weightage to the show, and also kind of a pressure as an actor that चलेगी या नहीं? ऐसा type का आपको लगा कभी?
Yeah, I think that's the best part about web, na, that we don't need to really worry
Yeah,
because if you have made something good, if we have been able to make a good
yeah.
content, I think people will watch it.
Watch it.
And irrespective of the platforms, if you have noticed in
Yeah,
the last year or few years, you never know which show from which platform
yeah.
becomes popular.
Popular. True.
Did it well, it becomes popular.
Yeah.
And I think for me, this learning has been since Mirzapur, where there were no big stars.
Yeah.
There was no shosha bazi, nothing. And
Yeah.
there was this new bunch of budding actors coming together as lead actors. I'm talking about the lead cast. They were all
Yeah.
budding new. There were nobody was a superstar there,
Yeah.
but all budding newcomers, new good actors, and they did that show, and the show is a cult. So how did that happen? तो इससे एक तो बहुत ही सिंपल फंडा है कि वेब पे कोई फॉर्मूला काम नहीं करता. You can't
Yeah.
think of any formulas, or you can't think of
Hmm.
let's please the audience with this,
Yeah.
because the audience is not there to get pleased. They're there to get surprised
Yeah.
because they're already watching those great shows.
True.
There are so many foreign shows which they're watching. अब वो लोग Money Heist देख रहे हैं, and they're like,
Yeah.
watching Ozark and shows like that, Breaking Bad and House of Cards. This is what the popular shows are.
Yeah.
और वो लोग देख रहे हैं. अभी there are so many you know uh, how do I put it, like I see audience when they write, like the comments and everything,
Yeah.
they they're screaming about it. They're screaming and saying कि यार कुछ नया लाओ.
Nah, allow. True.
Give us something. Give us something different. Don't give us the
Mm.
same thing. So I think it's a cue for all the makers to understand that.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Also, I wanted to ask this to you that there is this thing that which is said about you and actors like Pankaj Tripathi, Apar Shakti Khurana, that अगर ये लोग कोई फिल्म में है तो फिल्म तो चलेगी. There is actually this thing which goes around. So how do you feel about this? Because you started off as a casting director, then you started acting, and you have been doing so good.
Yeah, मतलब हाँ, मतलब this is something which I think पंकज भाई अपार को तो नहीं पता, बट मैं अपने आप को बड़ा लकी मानता हूँ. और मैं ये मानता हूँ कि I think कि somewhere maybe I relate to them because I think they all have a good heart. Even Pankaj bhai has a good heart, and Apar has a great heart. So I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's also about the vibe. I don't know. Maybe it is the vibe, maybe it is the luck, or whatever it is. But yes, I'm very happy that people see it as like that. They see it as part of successful work, a
Yeah.
successful काम. पर I think उतनी ही मेहनत जाती है. I think उतनी ही मेहनत जाती है to choose the right kind of stories, and give it your all, and believe in those, and stand by those. कभी भी जैसे आपने बोला ना कि डर लगा, क्या सच बता रहा हूँ, कभी नहीं लगा. शायद स्त्री के टाइम पे भी नहीं लगा था, या ड्रीम गर्ल के, बिकॉज वो डर आई थिंक समवेयर स्टार्ट्स मेक दे मेक अस कैलकुलेट. वहां से फिर आपके कैलकुलेशन शुरू हो जाते हैं, जहां से आपके
Yeah.
फियर शुरू होते हैं. क्योंकि आप डरोगे तो आपके यू स्टार्ट कैलकुलेटिंग कि ये करूंगा या करूंगी तो क्या होगा, क्या नहीं होगा. और
Yeah.
वहीं पे जो है आपकी ऑनेस्टी एज एन एक्टर कहीं ना कहीं वो चली जाती है. एंड आई वांट टू continuously be an honest actor till my last breath. I mean, that is something which I have decided, and I'm going to, follow that path. And yeah, so when something like this happens and you meet other honest actors like
Yeah.
Pradeep and like like Kulpanag and Swastika she is playing a very very important role in the show, and people will be in awe of her because she's such an amazing actor. She's done many Bengali movies, and she was in Bomkesh Bakshi. If you guys remember, a
Okay.
long time back, she did a
Yeah.
small part in Bomkesh
Yeah.
Bakshi. Swastika ji. So again, amazing natural actors, and then there is the new ones in Patan. बहुत सारे ऐसे नए लोग भी हैं जो बहुत अच्छे एक्टर्स हैं. इनको देखने में I think we'll all have fun.
Okay. Also talking about your roles, I have seen you doing variety of roles. Like you have done, I think every film has a new flavor to your role. So are you looking at the quality of roles over quantity?
Well, last year I was looking at quantity. I
Okay.
mean, I wanted to. I mean, and that's the blatant thing because I wanted to actually try out as many characters as I can.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to. I wanted to see where I'm going with my acting because yes, because I'm a casting director, so I have another profession. So when I got a chance to explore something else, to me the first question was that how deep. You know how deep do you want to go? So you need to explore yourself as an actor to understand how deep you want to go there. And that is why I started saying yes to a lot of stuff. I actually said yes to a lot of stuff last year, and I did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I had fun because I wanted to experience camera acting. I wanted to experience the set. I wanted to experience different stories and different directors so that I can understand myself better as an actor. And through that, अगर चीजें if they have been successful, there have been some which people have seen, but बहुत ज़्यादा मात्रा में नहीं. तो it's the same thing, like but what satisfaction I have is that because of those calls, because I wanted to do,
Yeah.
I could see myself in those many calls.
Okay, that's nice. Also, of course, we are in the middle of a lockdown and web is doing great. And it's, fortunately, even your show is releasing right now. So, do you think it will garner more attention?
Absolutely. I think absolutely. I think that's something which I will completely give it to luck, or I don't know the timing or whatever it is, because Patal
Yeah.
Lok was always supposed to release
Yeah.
during the summers. It was
Summers, yeah.
always, so it is not that they changed. ऐसा नहीं कि उन्होंने date pull off. No,
Ah,
this is completely new. And but yes, of course, because I think right now the biggest medium of entertainment is web. I mean, there's
yeah.
nothing else to look forward to. I mean, you can't go and watch cinema. You can't really watch TV because TV also doesn't have. They're not shooting, so there's nothing to really look forward to if you want to watch new content. और हिंदी के नए कंटेंट एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो बहुत कम है इसमें.
Ah,
लोगों ने ऑलरेडी कंज्यूम कर लिया है जो पहले का
yeah.
था. तो जो नए हैं वो बहुत कम आ रहे हैं. अगर महीने में एक या दो या तीन रिलीजेस हो रही हैं, that's really less because the
Yeah.
consumption is really high. So yeah, I mean, of course it should. I mean, so I'm pretty much sure that we'll have a lot of eyeballs. Now, what happens then? The reaction is what I think I'm much more curious about.
Okay. Okay. So, lastly, tell me something about your upcoming projects. Of course, I know about a few of those, but something interesting you really are looking forward to work on.
I'm looking forward to both my films, actually all three of my films, because all see I'm playing comedy. Okay, and somehow
Yeah.
what's happened is that film, because मैंने स्त्री और ड्रीम गर्ल किया, बाला किया, तो I'm getting all comedy roles, and web
Yeah.
में मैंने because मिर्जापुर किया तो मुझे सारे
Ah,
dark roles मिल रहे हैं.
dark roles,
So
yeah.
there's no balance. मूड की थोड़ा उल्टा हो जाए, अब फिल्मों में थोड़े dark roles मिल जाए और
Okay.
फिल्मों में थोड़ा सा
इसमें
comedy हो रही है.
कौन?
So I would want that, but फिलहाल I have three comedy films: Helmet and Aakh Micholi and Dostana 2, which are I'm really looking forward to because we really had a lot of fun. And again, Helmet is partially me, so I hope that luck thing works out for us.
Yeah.
And
Your duo
Ashish
is like really nice. We actually look forward to, seeing a film which has both of you in it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that is something which I'm really looking forward to. Plus, then there is a Bengali show which I did, which is also
Okay.
bilingual. So I'm looking forward to it because of my Bangla connection.
Yeah.
Kali 2, which is releasing on in May.
Okay.
So again, maybe post lockdown
Yeah.
or
Doctor.
in lockdown, I don't know. depend on the government. But yeah, and then there's one Netflix four short films which we did. So वो भी release होगा. So I'm looking forward to everything which I've done till now.
Okay.
So yeah, let's see. Fingers
Okay.
crossed.
That's great. Thank you so much for talking to us, Abhishek. It was great. All the very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.